first panel is going to be about making an impact. So we want to invite the panelists down. Mr. Baron Channel, you can join us here in the front row, and we're going to introduce him. Mr. Mike Singh. You can get on my hand, you know. You can get David Mullins is going to take a break from the computer there. He's going to come down. And Dr. Cohen. He's going to go ahead and introduce our first speaker briefly.
Okay, Dr. David Mullins, I'll read his bio. David Mullins was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica. He graduated with a bachelor's degree at the age of 19 from the University of Miami and completed his MBA in Marketing and International Business, also from the University of Miami, in 2003 at the age of 22. He founded Random Media LLC with his brother Robert, and during their first semester of the MBA program in 2001, which recently led to a spin-off, Real Vibes Media. Real Vibes Media is an integrated media and entertainment company focused primarily on Caribbean content and the delivery of that content via multiple platforms. So very well accomplished.
Mr. Channel, Baron Channel, he's an executive with People's Corporation and a graduate of the Wharton School. He serves on the boards of Baptist Hospital and also Diaspora Cultural Arts Incubator. And he's the past chairman of the American Friends of Jamaica. His bio is not in your packet, but you will get a copy of it by email. He's also involved, and he's wearing a t-shirt of a movement called the Fastest Nation. He's working on a couple of things having to do with Jamaica being built as the fastest nation, and he will probably tell you a little bit more about that. He's also been recognized as one of South Florida's top 40 under 40 black professionals. Please give him a hand, Mr. Baron Channel.
Dr. Lloyd Cohen. He's obtained his diploma from Michael Teachers College in Jamaica, and he has a Bachelor and Master's of Science in Education from the University of Miami, and a specialist degree in technology, and Doctor of Philosophy in Leadership and Technology from Barry University. He has taught in Jamaica, Bahamas, and the USA from elementary levels through college. He is currently a Miami-Dade public school teacher and adjunct professor at Barry University. He is a founding member and current president of the Jamaican Association of Miami-Dade Educators and a member of the advisory board for the Jamaican Diaspora, Southern United States.
But his real claim to fame there was, though,
yes,
that he's the dad of Camille Cohen.
Camille Cohen, which is, she's also a UM alum.
She's a hurricane, and she's here today. Camille,
Where is she?
I have a good friend of Jamaica here, Mr. Mike Singh. He's the CEO of Telecom Caribbean and has been very involved with telecommunications and technology in the Caribbean. And he's also here to share his experience on being involved with the Caribbean as well, Mr. Mike Singh. So gentlemen, we're here to talk about making an impact. Just generally speaking, Baron, if you can want to just turn on that mic there for me, if you could, turn it on. What do you think is the single most thing that someone could do to make an impact on their community? Just in general, basic.
Well, can you hear me? Yeah. Good. Well, good morning, everyone. Forgive me for my informality here, but I wear a suit so much that it's good to relax every now and then. Single biggest thing that you can do is first figure out what your passion is and find a way to pursue it. Most people look at being involved as a chore because they're not aligning their community involvement with things that they're interested in. You know, this should be fun. You know, when I do all of this work on top of the 60, 70 hours of work that I do, it feels like relaxation because I enjoy doing it. So it's figuring out your passion and figuring out a way to align it with the community that you have an affinity for. And here we're talking about the Jamaican diaspora, the Jamaican community itself. Just get connected.
Mike, when you wake up in the morning and you think about making an impact, what's the first thing that comes to mind that could be profound in your community?
Well, kind of odd for a Guyanese to be operating in Kabul. My great-grandmother was an Afghan, and believe it or not, I own significant shares in one of the largest mobile operator in Afghanistan. I saw an opportunity. I like to help people who do not have the ability to communicate freely, because I'm a strong proponent of transcending barriers that, for the most part, keep back human advancement and the realization of potential. And one way we can do this is to give every man, woman, and child in this world universal access to telecommunications. Wherever there's telecommunications, poverty increases in China, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai. At the end of this month, 300 million Indians will have access to a mobile phone. That's more than the US. By 2010, India will have over 500 million mobile subscribers. By 2020, the average age of the person in India will be between 17 to 23. That's the market of the future.
But Corinne,
Yes.
when you wake up in the morning and you think about making an impact, what do you tell your students?
Well, the first thing, my involvement with children and why I have a selfish motive for that, because it makes me feel young. So,
That's fine.
that's all right. Okay, but I tell them every day that you have to look in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said, it's to look at the man in the mirror and look at yourself and see what you can be, because you are the future. And I do believe in that. It all begins with, I want to make a difference, okay? And the fact that you young people are here and got up on an early Saturday morning to be here, it's telling me, and that's testimony enough that you want to make it.
Same question for you, David.
Well, for me personally, I believe that each individual can have a significant impact without necessarily having to volunteer. I think the most important thing anybody of Jamaican heritage can do is that every single morning when they wake up, they make a decision to represent Jamaica to the best of their ability and make sure that people are proud to hear the word Jamaica. And I think we have some negative stereotypes obviously throughout the world, and if every single Jamaican focus on only presenting a positive image of Jamaica, talking positively about Jamaica, about fellow Jamaicans, I think that alone would help to significantly make a difference for Jamaica everywhere.
I would like to throw a question out to the audience in response to the panelists. A lot of us are young people, and sometimes we question, how can I make an impact? You know, I am just one person. So what are some concerns or some obstacles that you all have faced in your endeavors to try and make an impact? You remember this?
And I have some giveaways. I have some giveaways for the first question. Giveaways for the first question. I have a nice world's fastest humans backpack here. So who's going to have the first question?
Hello, my name is Miranda Milliner. I'm a colleague of Krista Hopwoods. I was one of the founding members of Caribbean Women Making a Difference. I forgot the phrase. I'm in Jamaica because, I'm from St. Thomas, by the way.
Even if you're not Jamaican.
I'm in Jamaica because it's in every fiber of my being. When I, no matter where I go, the principles that I live with, the morals that I stand by, that's who I am. I bring it with me. There's no separation. It's not like, okay, it's a mindset. No, it's in my skin, it's in my blood. I don't know any other way to break it down because I can't, it's like I can't, the way you can't break down your DNA, I can't break it down.
Wow.
So that's why I'm in Jamaica. Okay. Now, encompassing the problems that we had when we were forming CWMD, we didn't see a lot of volunteering from young people like ourselves, mainly because right now, what's on a lot of young people's minds, of course, is doing things like trying to get complete school. Like, everyday struggles are more on young people's mind than helping the community. It's like, how can I help if I can't help myself? How can I help you if I'm not set up? If I don't have a ride to work, how can I go and volunteer? You know, things like that. So I think that when we look at unifying, when we look at gathering together and not looking at you're just an island, then I think we definitely can succeed and can contribute to the community. I think we're looking too much isolating ourselves and saying, okay, this is just me and this is just where I'm at. No, I have to have Krista, I have to have you, I have to have everyone to be able to survive, because when I have my problems, if I don't release it on someone, then how can I continue to